After developing a visual aid about your presentation, it's time to think about delivery. Delivery includes your verbal and nonverbal communication during a presentation, such as your vocal tone and pace, your bodily movement, and your physical appearance. We realize that delivering a presentation in front of an audience may be one of your least favorite things to do. You may experience symptoms like sweaty palms, stuttering, shaky hands, and even an upset stomach. Even though delivering a presentation can be nerve-wracking, achieving smooth and professional delivery adds to your credibility as a speaker. This video will address 5 challenges you might face when delivering a presentation. It is important to remember that nobody can deliver a presentation perfectly, but following the tips and tricks in this video can help you become a more confident and prepared presenter. The first challenge we'll address is a general lack of confidence when speaking in public, which can lead audience members to perceive a sense of nervousness and lack of preparation. First, remember to dress professionally to build your confidence and credibility. Always dress more professionally than your audience members. Second, practice in front of a mirror or trusted friend. Practicing in front of a mirror will help you see yourself as your audience sees you. This will help you correct common errors such as fidgeting. Practicing in front of a friend will allow an improving eye contact. If you notice you are looking down frequently, make notes in your note cards or script reminding yourself to look up and scan the room. Beware of looking at only one person or the back of the wall. This makes you look like a robotic presenter. Try to slowly scan the entire room. Watch this demonstration.
The cuisine in Thailand often includes garlic, fish sauce, and lime juice as key ingredients. Rice is a Thai staple served with most meals, with jasmine rice as the most popular variety. Spices such as Thai basil and ginger are often used to season dishes.
The second challenge we'll tackle is frequent pauses while speaking, often caused by nervousness or forgetting what's coming next. Not all pauses are bad. Some are for effect, to help people understand a message. The important thing here, though, is that you need to practice your presentation to plan for these pauses. If you have note cards to follow, write where you plan to pause so you can remember. Even if you pause inadvertently in a presentation, don't let the pause fluster you. Make it seem as if you are carefully thinking about your next point. Use the pause to find your place and begin again. Watch this demonstration.
In the world of comics, one superhero stands above them all: Superman. But did you know that Superman was originally supposed to be bald and obsessed with world domination? Our favorite superhero has gone through a lot of changes over the years. He hasn't always been the Superman we think of today. In fact, it took 6 years for Superman to look like the superhero we recognize. Today, we're going to go through a list of those major changes.
The third challenge we'll discuss is speaking too quickly while presenting. First, breathe. If it helps, write places in your note cards to breathe. Stopping to breathe will allow a natural pause and will slow your speech. Look people in the eye when speaking. Your listeners will naturally provide nonverbal feedback, and this feedback will help you build confidence and slow your pace. Take a look at this demonstration.
So do you ever wonder why, when you are dating somebody and you really love them, that they don't understand really exactly what it is that you're talking about? Well, I have the answer for you. It's called the 5 love languages. So Dr. Gary Chapman actually has these 5 love languages, and the 5 love languages are words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. And if you do these in your relationship will be awesome.
The fourth challenge we'll discuss is delivering a presentation too softly. Remember to analyze your audience. Depending on the demographic you're speaking to, you may need to speak more loudly than you're used to. For example, elderly audiences may appreciate a speaker with greater projection. Also, analyze the space. Larger spaces will require greater vocal volume. Realize that your nervousness will affect the way you speak and even the way you hear yourself. So even if your voice sounds loud enough to you, it's a good idea to speak even more loudly so everyone in your audience can adequately hear you. If you have a friend in the audience, make eye contact with that person at the beginning of your presentation to check your volume. Your friend can give you a hand signal if you need to increase your volume. Watch this demonstration.
Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak founded Apple Computers in April 1976. A great deal of the company development took place in the garage of Steve Jobs' parents' home. These humble beginnings are interesting given Apple's net worth of $185 billion today.
The fifth and final challenge we'll discuss is the stiffness you may experience while presenting. This stiffness may prevent you from using gestures, which leads to a boring presentation. It is tempting to keep your arms stiffly at your sides or attached to your notes when delivering a presentation, but remember, your audience expects gestures. Gestures are natural movements that we use in daily conversations, so gestures should also be used in formal presentations. First, think about the content of your presentation. When is it natural to gesture? What are your most important points, and how can you use gestures to emphasize them? Gestures are like well-timed pauses. They can add emphasis and help your audience understand your message. Second, gesture above the waist. Don't expect your audience to see a small gesture made at your side. These sorts of gestures can be more distracting than helpful. Instead, all movement should flow from your shoulder so your arm flows from your body freely. Third, try to vary your gestures. Using the same gesture over and over can be boring and distracting. Vary the size and positioning of your gesture as the following speaker does.
Social media is the social interaction among people in which they create, share, and exchange information and ideas in virtual communities and networks. Social media differs from traditional media in many ways, including quality, reach, frequency, usability, immediacy, and permanence.
Finally, avoid unnecessary gestures. These include twirling hair, playing with clothes or jewelry, putting hands in and out of pockets, and other distracting movements. The following demonstration represents common gesture mistakes you should avoid.
So if you're going to start running, the important thing is that you're going to have a running plan, because it's really important that you have a plan which is going to help keep you on task. So if you are going to be going online to the internet, you really want to go onto the internet, and then you want to look for a program to be able to figure out whether you're going to run slow or whether you're going to run fast.
Following these tips and techniques will help you become a more polished, professional, and credible speaker. Most importantly, remember to practice your presentation to build your confidence.